Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So out of all the videos I've done so far, this one is going to be the most special one. Obviously you can tell from the title which watch I'm going to be presenting today. And this is a watch that I have been chasing for over a year and a half now. The reason for that is because these watches, they don't come around very often. They're not mass produced, and you can't walk into a retail store and buy this. So normally this is where I would do the whole unpackaging and all that, but I gotta be honest with you, I got this watch a few days ago and I couldn't wait, and I already opened it up, and I've had it on my wrist for some time and I absolutely love it. Okay, so I've done half the packaging and you already know which one it's going to be, so let's get this started. You've got the standard affair here with the Zelos packaging. You got your roll, got the card, the straps, this nice wooden box, which we're gonna put on the side here. So without further ado, I present to you the Zelos Titanium Damascus Swordfish, or as we like to call it, the Timascus. There it is. And it is stunning. A stunning watch. Absolutely beautiful. And hopefully the light can catch all of its beauty. So before we go into some cool facts about this beauty, I wanted to go over the specs real quick. So we're talking about a 42 millimeter dial, 48 lug to lug. It is only 13 millimeters thick, and the lug width is 22. Water resistant to 300 meter, and we have a sapphire crystal with AR coating. Standard crazy good affair with the loom, and we have a 120 click bezel that's also made of Damascus, which is pretty rare. I think there's only one other Zelos Damascus piece that's got that. So let's check out the bezel action on this beauty. Pretty solid all around, and there's no back play whatsoever. Bam. Absolutely amazing. All right, so next I have some cool facts about the making of this watch that I would like to share with you. I have talked to the Zelos owner, Mr. Elshan, and that is pretty much how I know these things. So right off the bat, you can see that the whole case and bezel are made of titanium Damascus. Now, Elshan went the extra mile, and he actually heat treated the buckle. Hopefully you can see this. See how the colors are changing? That's pretty cool. So that alone is amazing because he never advertised that, and it's just an amazing added bonus. It's actually very expensive to have a custom Damascus buckle done. I don't know if any of you have ever looked into that, but I have, and let me tell you, a few artists that I've reached out to, they all pretty much wanted me to pay $350 just for that alone. So yeah, thank you, Elshan. We, the Zelos fans, truly appreciate that, man. So in order to get that pattern on the case that you see here, hopefully the camera is picking it up. All right, so in order to get that pattern, you have to fold the metal over and over again. And it is not an easy thing to do, because you can actually mess up a lot of cases until you get it right. The actual process is done by combining grade 2 and grade 5 titanium, repeatedly folded and forged to create a material stronger than the sum of its parts. Now, to get those stunning colors, each piece is torched personally by Elshon. That blue titanium that you see here, that Damascus is achieved at approximately 500 Celsius. That's the temperature. Another cool fact is that Zelos was the first watch manufacturer in the world to create a watch utilizing the titanium Damascus material. I don't know if anyone else is currently doing that, not that I'm aware of, but he was definitely the first one to introduce that. Here's a quick shot of how the watch looks on my wrist. I have a 6.5-inch wrist. So there's that pattern, kind of, hopefully you can see that right there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it sits nicely. I'm not a huge fan of the strap, so I'm going to be ordering a Italian-made leather strap in black. I saw another YouTuber using that strap, and I asked him, and he told me what the name of it is, so I'm going to order that. Great choice by that person. Okay, so if we're talking numbers, this release was limited to a total of 30 watches. That's right, 30. There were 3 variants, and I believe there's only about 10 made of each, and that's it. So the cost of this watch is $1,500. Okay, I know that's a lot of money for a watch. I understand that. The movement that is used is the proven workhorse NH35. And this is where there has been some great discussions on, the Zelos Facebook page and probably other forums about the combination of price tag and movement. Here's my take on this, okay? And that's just my opinion. I personally have no problem with the NH35. Most of my watches have it. They run great. It's a great movement. Easy to service. No issues. If something happens, just replace the whole thing. They're fairly cheap. So, at the end of the day, if using that movement is helping to keep the cost fairly low, as opposed to using some fancy Swiss movement, bumping it up big time, by all means, let's keep this one. Someone made a great point that there's plenty of Seiko watches with a Seiko movement that cost much more than this one. And it's true. I mean, there's plenty of those. And their starting price is about $3,000. So I've said this online and I'll say it now. To me personally, I'm paying for the labor that goes into making the case and the watch one of a kind. I already have watches with Swiss movements, but none of them is even remotely close to being as cool as this one. So I often say this about, I often say about this watch that, it's a pure art. I mean, just look at it. It is awesome. And it's not just a regular watch. Also, this is not something you can go online or in store and just buy it. These are all so limited and so hard to get. Even used, you'll pay more than what the retail was for this type of a watch. People just don't let them go. And if they did, you will most likely pay premium for one. Now, I feel very lucky to have been able to acquire this one. This watch was sold in about 1 minute with that price tag. So that alone should tell you a lot about this thing. All right, guys, so let's check out the lume on this and we'll finish up with that. Yep, it's glowing. It is glowing. Yeah, I mean, nothing much to say here. Yeah, I love it. So, looks like we have just over 200 subs now, and I want to thank everyone for subbing and supporting this channel. I'm very grateful to have you all on here, and wish you guys all the best. See you in my next video.